Is this recording?
Yes.
Christ! So what do we actually have going here? Is this like the finals or something?
The grand finals of doubles, actually.
Wow, and we've got a whole 3 people watching.
It's
fantastic.
Match here.
Well, it's more than most Australian events.
Yeah.
So I just came in here, so I'm going to get Liam to give me a bit of a rundown.
Basically, they're playing characters from Brawl, like Diddy.
No. Is this the first? Is this the first match or what?
Yeah. First match.
Okay then. Well, Sam's in a bit of a pickle here. Like, despite the fact that Ted's on such a high percent, Wolf's a really good character at just keeping the stock. I mean, because
he doesn't let Star Fox do anything as well.
No.
An important point to consider.
Well, he can't let him do it.
No, we can't let Star Fox do that at all.
No matter what it is.
Oh, Snake can do stuff to Wolf though, like exploding and things like that.
Exactly. Look,
it's always welcome.
I think Diddy can be a bit of a blessing and a curse in doubles.
It's like a Pandora's box, which you don't really know if you want to open it, but when you do, you've got no choice but to go all out.
Exactly, you've got no choice.
You've got no choice.
And you could very well be consumed by the horrors of the box itself. I don't know, I think in many ways, unless your partner's really used to it, the bananas are really just going to get in the way, which forces you to really keep them close to you and
keep them under control, really. Put a leash on those bananas.
Well, exactly, you've got to put a leash on the bananas or they're going to bite someone.
And it could be your own teammate who they bite, which is never a good thing in doubles.
I myself prefer a leather based leash, just because it's durable but also classy.
The extra class of the leather really does add something to the whole package, I think.
I've seen people use chain leashes, but I just don't like the image, and I think people would judge me if I did that.
I agree with that.
They'd make assumptions that probably aren't true.
Those assumptions might be quite bad as well.
Exactly.
Especially when the chains had studs on it. I mean, that's going a bit too far.
Yeah, and it's going to hurt the banana.
Yeah.
And that's not really what we want here.
We don't want the banana to be hurt.
Because then it could rebel against us. Yeah. And it would be our doom.
It would most certainly be our end. And it looks like the match might actually be coming to a close. There will be no more bananas since Diddy Kong has been KO'd, which I definitely is interesting.
I definitely think they should have gone double Dedede.
Yeah. Because he is a penguin. He is a penguin after all.
He is.
And
he's a
giant.
It
oh, it's still going. Penguin. They're still playing. I don't know why. I think it's over.
I mean, they're all at high percents, but the odds of Marth getting through their spacing, he said, whilst Marth got through the spacing.
Oh, wait, he's got one of them. Oh, he's got another stock. What are we talking about? This is just up.
Bit of that. Bit of that. Now, here's where I figure out how to pause the recording. I was scratching my nose. I wasn't.
It's recording again.
Okay, brilliant.
2 of the finals. Look. And now we have a Dedede in the mix and Wario.
Wow. A giant penguin and an ugly fat man.
He's probably Mexican, judging by the garlic he has. I don't know.
Exactly. Well, it's a fair assumption.
Yeah. Snakes in the water. This could be bad.
Not really. Dedede doesn't have anything.
He doesn't. He's got his up B. You got to remember that Dedede's up B actually acts as a spike. People often forget that to their demise. We have a Meta Knight here.
Yeah, look, it's going to be really difficult to beat Snake and Wario. Wario's just truly excellent in teams. He's got everything you could possibly want.
He can fart, and I think we all know what's going to happen if he does.
Exactly. We'll all be dead.
Yeah.
I don't know. At the same time, Dedede and Meta Knight's a nice team, but I just don't think it complements quite as well as Snake and Meta Knight.
That's true. And look at that. Look at that. It's just Snake with his massive, massive arms and tilts. What a cool dude.
Of course, on this stage, they'll be looking to abuse Not only
throw.
exactly the walk off, and also Meta Knight can really
under the stage. And then
he's got options.
He's got options. Some good ones, that is.
That having been said, this stage also in many spots has a very low ceiling, and Wario and Snake can take better advantage of that.
That was an up tilt, in case someone missed it.
Nice.
One of Snake's favourite moves.
Performed by tilting the control stick upwards and pressing A.
The A button. Now you want to not push B in that situation, because that would do Snake's up B recovery.
Exactly.
It's not the move you want to use in such a situation.
Once again, for everyone who missed it, tilt up, press A.
And we're talking about Snake here. Dedede also has a respectable up tilt.
But it's hardly the same.
It's hardly the same. It's not in the same. It's not even the same sport, really.
Not really.
Wario is still alive at above 200%. That's what we like to see. Some longevity in the characters.
Exactly.
There he goes. Meta Knight C-stick down. Strikes again. Now what I'm waiting for is Wario, who we shall be henceforth known as Squatter. The Squatter for the rest of this commentary. But I think one day we're all quite sure that Squatter is just going to let off
the most enormous fart. And it will be his undoing.
But also the undoing of anyone else in the general vicinity, because the stench and the power of the fart will be unparalleled within the history of Smash.
Well, that is the tragedy about Squatter.
He has to wait a long time for his farts.
Well, no, I was going to say that it's known that, well, it must be known that when taken unawares, he could let fly with the most enormous fart.
It's true.
And I think that's something to really be concerned about in doubles.
And Wario is just being, Squatter has just been KO'd again, and it looks like Red Team actually might win this match, which should be interesting. Oh, look at that.
They seem to be doing quite well.
Oh, no, that was a bit of a mishap there, but they're bound to happen in doubles, where it's a bit hectic, really.
Precisely.
Oh, look at Dedede. He was looking for something to eat. What? We don't know.
He was a bit hungry. And we'd have to ask him to find out exactly what he wanted to eat. Maybe he was thirsty.
It could have been thirsty as well. We just don't know.
We don't know.
But the stage has a lot of water, and that's maybe why he was jumping into the water while holding his mouth open, in order to get a quick drink.
But Liam, this is something we have to consider very deeply.
Yes.
It was salt water that he was
salt water, but he's a penguin, remember. You can't forget that he was a penguin. And penguins can actually consume salt water, if they so please, being marine birds.
Down and down the rabbit hole. It just gets more and more complex the more we look at it.
I think the blue team's going to be wanting to try and KO Meta Knight at this point. And there we go. There we go. Oh, wow. Now they just have to somehow team attack. Oh, Dedede's spamming a bit there. But we can forgive him.
Bit of the old spam. That's what you do. It's what the game's about.
Yeah.
Work. Find your attack and spam it.
Just spam it good. Now he's throwing out Waddle Dees. We don't really know what the point of that is. Like, he's probably hoping for a Gordo. Let's be fair.
I would.
Everybody hopes for Gordo.
So it's two very high percent opponents.
Oh dear. We've just lost Snake to the horrors of Dedede's back.
The depths of the abyss.
Of the abyss. Now we're wondering if Squatter's been saving up for yet another fart, and that could turn this match around.
Well, exactly. That's what we must consider.
Oh, and the back airs are coming out yet again.
Thankfully, Diddy doesn't have to worry about those up airs quite yet. Or the forward smash. He's a massive fatty.
He is very fat. That is, we can't deny it.
But now things start getting a bit more interesting.
Oh dear. We're hoping for a fart KO here. Squatter. It's his signature move, really.
So Squatter can go for the fart, and Dedede, upon landing a grab, will succeed. None of them are going to.
Oh, there's the Gordo. He finally got the Gordo, but to no avail. He's hoping for another one, I'm assuming. Now he's hungry again? I don't know. Maybe he wants to eat the fart.
I think something that I'd like to point out at the moment, it's quite important, is that both Luke and Ted using Wario and Luke using Snake, are wearing quite fantastic hats.
White hat. They're wearing a Wario and a Luigi hat, to be precise.
And they're very trendy.
They are.